So when you're choosing the course that you want to take for eyelash extensions, it's really important that you, first of all, do your research. You really want to ask questions to all the educators that you potentially want to learn from. One of the main questions you should ask is the course accredited? And what that means is basically we submit our curriculum to like a third party company, which goes through the curriculum and just make sure that it's the correct information and up to standards in the industry you're currently. So when you don't get accredited, or you choose a course that isn't accredited, you don't know for sure whether that's the correct information or not, just because like honestly anyone off the streets can be teaching you an eyelash extension course. If you really don't check on the qualifications of the educator, then unfortunately you might not be learning the correct information or kind of learning from someone who might not be as experienced. So the second thing, you should ask for the qualifications of the educator, especially if it's someone who's independent like myself. You really want to ask how they're certified, ask for their certificates, ask what makes them qualified to be an educator, and then just making sure they're accredited. You also want to find a course that fits your budget, but you also shouldn't be settling for the cheapest course out there just because it's cheap. A lot of times when people are first starting out, they just want to make a quick buck and they'll start teaching courses when they themselves haven't really been lashing for that long. So cases like that, this is where people can start pricing their courses a little bit lower. For my course, I find it's pretty affordable compared to a lot of different courses out there. And I kind of explain on my website why I have it priced lower, but I'll just explain it again here. The first thing is that I work from home, so it's a home-based business. Most of the time when I'm training out of Edmonton, almost all the time, it's in my home. So I don't have as many like expenses for when you're renting a place, such as when I'm traveling, you have to rent out like a classroom type of thing. So I cut back on a lot of those expenses when I'm teaching in Edmonton. Also, it's condensed to a 1-day course, whereas most courses are spread out between 2 or 3 days, or sometimes even more, depending. Why I condense it to 1 day is because most of the learning you'll learn is hands-on on your own. So actually practicing on live models and putting in the work and doing your research. So a lot of it all the learning in class is basically just to get your curriculum down, tell you how to properly do the application, and then practice. And then you have me there for the full day so that if you have any questions or if I see you're doing something incorrectly, I can let you know. But once that's all said and done, most of the learning, again, is outside of class. So doing your hands-on work, practicing on models, and then slowly learning from there. So that's why I can condense it to 1 day. Whereas some courses, they'll split it into 2 days where they only do textbook learning the first day, maybe a little bit hands-on on like a doll or whatnot, and then the second day is just live models, where it can cost a lot more of your time and money. So that's why they price it a little bit higher for 2-day courses. So I just condense it in 1 day so that it's for students who are a little bit quicker at learning or are willing to put in the work outside of class. A lot of those cases where a student might be a little bit slower at learning or they need a lot more hands-on in class, you are better off finding either a private course where you can book one with myself, or if you find someone else to do a private course, or one that is longer in duration where you can get a lot more hands-on work. But again, after you do the classroom work, you do still have to put in a lot of time and effort in practicing with your live models or your clients even after the course.